Hello, everyone. I'm Tatiana Whitlock, National Director of Training for A Girl and a Gun, and today we are joined by Michelle Cerino of Cerino Consulting and Training Group. Hi, Michelle.
Hey, Tatiana. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. So, for the folks who have not had an opportunity to meet you yet, tell us a little bit about what you do and how you came to become a trainer.
Um, so my husband has been a trainer for, I think he's on 27 years right now. And we started our own business back in 2011. And I would go along with him, help him with all the paperwork and all that kind of stuff. And eventually I was on the line working with him and found out that it was something that I was pretty good at. So it kind of started there.
And you teach not just women specific training, and this is something that we often encounter as female educators in the firearms community. Most people assume that because we're women, we teach exclusively women's groups, but that's not something you do. You offer that, but you also teach everyone, whole families,
Oh,
teams, you name it.
absolutely. Yeah, I've helped with law enforcement. We've taught law enforcement. We've taught individuals. We teach the FASTER program, which is in the state of Ohio. It's the school staff that is able to carry in the schools. So we train. There's a group down south, and we're up north, and so we train hundreds of people every year that carry in the school. So men, women, and I don't really think there's a difference between the two. I think it's just the way you think and the way you talk and the way you hear and the way you learn. So I really don't differentiate between the men and the women.
Now you work with very, I'll call them experienced individuals, police and law enforcement departments. Um, you also work with the brand new gun owner.
Yes. Um, that is actually my favorite part of it, because when you get the new person, they listen, um, and you could help them, guide them to making the correct decisions and not getting bad habits. And to me, that's the most important part of the firearms training is the fundamentals. Your sight alignment, sight picture, your grip, and your trigger press. And it seems like a lot of people skip over that. So I love to get to those beginners or the people that are willing to start fresh and help them get good foundations.
Now, we have seen such a surge of new women in the firearms training space, especially within the A Girl and a Gun community. If you could give those new individuals a piece of advice as they start their learning journey, either remotely via digital spaces or when the world allows back at ranges, what would be that first little tidbit of advice perhaps you wish you had when you first started?
It's the gear manipulation. It's understanding that firearm. Don't be afraid of it. It is a tool, and it is a tool that could be used for deadly purposes. We know that. But in the confinement of your own home with an unloaded gun, press that trigger, feel it, understand how it works. Feel what it's like to have it in your hands and really, I mean, get to intimately know your firearm before you head out to the range.
I couldn't agree more. Now, you are such an immense resource. You have phenomenal videos and articles. You write for a number of phenomenal women's publishing. Tell us where individuals interested in learning more about you and from you can find out more.
So, at our classes are listed on Cerino Consulting and Training Group, and that's also on Facebook. I have my own Facebook page, Princess Gunslinger, which is trademarked. So you can go there, and I try to share it. And also, I manage women's outdoor news, and so I write for a couple different. I have a couple different columns in there, so a lot of different places, but mostly women's outdoor news is where you can find all my articles.
Outstanding. Thank you so much, Michelle. I encourage everyone to follow you online, look up those resources, check her out, sign up for all of her newsletters. And again, on YouTube, there's some fantastic training videos with tips, and I enjoy watching them myself. So thank you for posting those and sharing those. And thank you for everything that you're doing to support A Girl and a Gun and all of the new women and families coming into firearms.
You are so welcome.